big plates here are the thyroid cartilages, so your thyroid glands would be on either side, right? The bump in the front is the ventral median prominence, or the Adam's apple, okay? You can see that there are these cartilage rings here. These aren't complete rings, they're just like little C-shaped pieces of cartilage, right? So they're open in the back. Those help keep your trachea stiff so it doesn't collapse. The only complete ring is the very first ring at the top of the trachea, which you can't really see in this model. That's the cricoid cartilage. And that goes all the way around. The rest are all open like this. Okay? These triangular pieces of cartilage here in the back, these are the arytenoid cartilages, and those attach to the vocal folds. So when these move, the vocal folds move. Okay? And this flapper right here, that's the epiglottis. So when you swallow, the epiglottis comes down and blocks the trachea so that the food is then forced behind the trachea, because this is where the esophagus sits, right in this open space. Okay? Right? So then here is our sheep heart lung block. This is called the sheep pluck. So this is taken out in one piece so you can see the orientation. Again, here's the trachea. These are the lungs on the back. You turn it over and that's where the heart sits. Okay? You can also see here this thin but very tough layer of muscle right here. That's the diaphragm. The diaphragm is what separates your chest from your abdomen. Okay? And that's what's left of this poor thing's diaphragm right there. Okay? It also tells you to look for the membranes. Clearly there's no visceral pleura here. There was a little bit on one of these. I'll use this one. Where was it? Oh, here. Here's what's left of the visceral pleura, right? Visceral means on the organ. Pleura means lungs. That's what's left of visceral pleura on this poor thing.
So that would cover.
Yeah, everything. Everything would be covered with the membrane. So if we look at this trachea, nope, that one's open. If we look at this trachea, see that ring goes all the way around? It's a complete ring. See that? See how thick that is? It's wicked thick. Very, very stiff. Okay, so then we can follow the trachea down. You see all the rings of the cartilage, right, coming down. And then when we get to the lungs, we split. This first big split here, these are the right and left primary bronchi. Okay, one tube goes to each lung. As soon as we get into the lung tissue itself, you can see it splits again. That's a secondary bronchi going in there, and then they split again. So you get tertiary bronchi, and they just keep splitting into smaller and smaller and smaller tubes until you end up in the bronchioli, which are the tiniest little tubes, and those dead end in the alveoli, which are the little microscopic air sacs in your lungs. Okay? Where this goes, where these primary bronchi go into the lung tissue, that's also called the root of the lung, because not only does the bronchus go in there, but so does the artery and the vein and the nerve. They all go in the same spot. Okay? But if they put a pin there, you can just say primary bronchus, it's fine. Okay? All right, and again, here's just a picture of a larynx. Here's your thyroid cartilages. Here's your hyoid up here. What's this thing here, do you think? It's really stiff at this point.
Is that the epiglottis?
That's the epiglottis. Because right down here, coming in the back, oh, I have to get this up all the way. That's the esophagus. So this is gonna actually fold, it's been cut, but it's gonna fold over and block, this is the trachea. It's gonna block that, and the food's gonna go right down the esophagus right there. Okay? Uh-oh. There we go. And if we look in here, you can see these little bumps on either side right there, inside there. Those are the arytenoid cartilages. See the little bumps right in here? Those are the arytenoids. Okay? And again, this is the rest of the trachea here.